What is up, everybody? It is your boy Robbie Dagger, back again for some Mobius Double F. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Infinity Deep. This is in the diving section of the summertime events in Mobius Double F, and this is past the 100 meter, 200 meter. This is at the very end, past the 300 meter even. We're at the Mobius Deep, or I call it Infinity Deep. It's the same thing. But in this video, we're just showing you how to do this kind of rather easily, and I'm going to be talking through the big tips and what you're going to need to know to get through this and make it through this alive. First of all, guys, before you get into any of the diving stuff, go ahead and turn the game to normal mode. You don't get anything extra besides skill seeds and a slightly higher score, which will give you nothing for doing this on hard mode. And honestly, it's a ridiculously harder fight on hard mode because you have to deal with Adramalex shields on every single turn of this last run. So it's very difficult. So honestly, just go ahead and switch the game to normal mode. It'll make that just a lot funner for you, a lot easier. Basically, no gold shields, and then you can just break and kill. So, the big thing for this fight, you guys, the big trick to this fight is just to have a source of wall up before you finish every single turn of this fight. That way, think of wall as like your oxygen supply, basically. And then this little light element UFO, it's going to hit you and take your shield off every time you go up against it. So basically every turn. So you're going to want to keep that wall up. There's going to be some battles in there. I think it's in the 200s, 300 meters where you're getting hit by chimeras. So there's going to be some preemptive attacks also. So just make sure you have a couple sources of wall. I actually brought 3 sources of wall with me. And make sure you're using those sub jobs. I don't think I would have been able to do this without my sub job. Possibly, but at one point here you're going to see that I switched when I couldn't use the fire element on Ifrit. So you have to do basically almost every element, and you have to you just have to break and kill it all, basically. It's not too crazy. So keep that wall up. Let me see. I couldn't rely on clutch buffs. I don't think you should use that as a source of wall. Not a reliable source of wall. I think it'll definitely go off like one time per battle. But I noticed sometimes, like, I thought I should have had it up, and it didn't come up. So I would say don't rely on your clutch buffs. Let's see if I can think of anything else. Definitely use something that... Use ults to your advantage to break. It doesn't take much to break these targets, especially on normal mode. So use an ult charge build if you can. I think that'll be really, really helpful. I actually did this. The 2 jobs I'm using, guys, I'm using the same job. I do have a skin on top of this job at one point. But the reason why this isn't looking like super strong, you guys are going to be able to blow through this if you have any kind of newer jobs. This is Santa Lucia on both sides that I'm using. So I wanted to do this with like a weaker type job just to show that it is possible. The other thing that is really good about Santa Lucia is she has resistances to every single element in the game. So just in case you do have to take a hit, you should be able to, if you don't have the firepower to break and kill. But just use those AoE breaks, get your kills in, get your breaks in, and then go for the kill after that. I would say breaking is mandatory for sure. Honestly, it's not too bad once you get the hang of it. Once you understand that you really just need to bring some walls. I would say rent Light of Hope if you can. Rent that Light of Hope. It's going to help out a lot. It charges your ult like crazy, and it gives you like every buff you need and a wall. If you are having trouble, just some general tips I'll give to you guys is make sure if you are taking hits that you're driving elements for whatever Sicarius is going to hit you, and try not to get hit, honestly. I mean, you can't stun here, you can't... Your only option is to break. You can't stun slow, so you have to break, so... yeah. As you can see here, using Santa Lucia to break, and then if you've got the new Maya's Butt card, or the Sarah Underwater card, you're going to be very happy. You're going to be destroying stuff. So yeah, that was the Infinity Deep. Biggest thing is bring some walls, bring some sources of wall, throw that wall up before every turn ends, and set the game to normal mode. That's probably the best advice I could give you. I really hope this video is helpful for you guys. I'll drop some guides on how to do 200, or how I did the 200 and 100 deep, and I did them on hard, so I'll drop some vids on that too. Thank you guys for hanging out today, being here. Hope this video was helpful, and I'll catch you on the next one.